Hi there, YouTube. Welcome back. Today, we're going to be playing some more WoW. I know, but today we're going to be going through the Dark Heart questline, which come out in 10.2.7, the newest patch for World of Warcraft Dragonflight. It is basically the intro quest to the War Within, for all intents and purposes. I'm sure there'll be a pre-patch that is sort of tied into the events as well, but this is what kicks off the whole thing. If you've been paying attention, you might have to know some lore from like Legion and Dragonflight, some of the little bits here and there, but if you've got a general grasp on it, you should be fine. But it's all new stuff, so spoiler alert if you don't want to watch this video, if you don't want to be spoiled. I get it, fair enough. I don't think there's too much to spoil, but I'm going to jump into the game. If you like the video, give it a like, give the channel a subscribe. I'd appreciate it very much, and it helps out a tremendous amount. You have maybe some idea, actually, because I keep saying it every single day. But yeah, we're going to jump in. We're going to blast through it. It might take about an hour. We'll see how we get on. I've seen bits. I've seen people playing through it. It looks pretty good. So I'm going to dive in. I'll see you in game. Yeah, for now. So upon logging in to 10.2.7, it's been a few days now, so I've already got the quest in my quest log. I think you get an image of Khadgar talking to you, saying that he requires your aid, or whatever he says. So I'll read the quest text. Maybe that'll... Oh, can I abandon it? Can I abandon it and pick it back up, actually?
We are in need of your aid once more, champion. A mysterious figure moves within the shadows. The Harbinger. Let us speak in the Chamber of the Guardian. I've asked Illyria to meet us there as well.
He has. Alright, let's read the quest. We are in need of your aid once more, champion. Am I just reading what he's just said? Meet Khadgar and Illyria in the Chamber of the Guardian, Dalaran. Let's go. I genuinely love Khadgar. He's always been such a fun character. In Legion, he sort of disappeared for a little bit after Battle for Azeroth. But in Legion, he's like this... he's a very quirky guy. And if you've watched the Warcraft movie, you'll see the younger version of him, because that's set many, many years in the past. But, yeah, he's sort of an awkward... He's an awkward mage. He's an awkward old mage. And he is just a bit quirky and tries to be funny at times, which I can respect. And it's very relatable in some ways.
Said you would come. I thought it best to wait for you.
Let's go.
We each walk a line.
Khadgar surrounded, Christ. Going well today, reading things. Going very well. Khadgar sounded rather urgent when he contacted me. We should head inside and hear him out. Very well. Let's speak with Khadgar. Ooh.
My people are no strangers to voices from below. But
Laura
this
Bailey.
radiant song is different.
It's being heard all across Azeroth. The Council doesn't know what to make of it.
There must be someone who does. I'll let you know what I find.
Illyria. It's been too long, old friend.
Good to see you, Khadgar. Doing well?
As well as can be expected. How's the family?
I haven't... It's better if I keep my distance.
Of course. The Void. That would be... Actually, your connection to the Void is why I asked you here. We still don't know what this Dark Heart relic is capable of. But we do know it's in the hands of someone called the Harbinger. Who they are and what they intend to do remains a mystery. Which is why I need your help.
To hunt down a dangerous foe we know nothing about. Honestly, I could use the distraction.
Same old Valeria. Void or no void. I didn't mean to...
See you soon, Khadgar. Dark heart in hand.
Ooh, actual cutscene. Yes. Yes, if this is how World of Warcraft is going to be going forward, sign me up. I am well up for it. It's like an actual... That, I believe, is an actual in-game cutscene as well. They use different models, because obviously the cutscene we just saw, that's a different model. Look at that hair on this version of Khadgar. What is that? He looks a bit younger there as well. Oh, he's got a darkened sort of 5 o'clock shadow where he's looking a bit more old and thinner. But he is old. I mean, he's not... He got magically aged, but he's still old.
I'm glad you're here.
Oh, brother, we've got so much text here in these cutscenes, in these quest chat options. The Dark Heart and the Harbinger. I fear dark times are ahead of us. This storm never seems to end, Bohreum. At the very least, I'm glad to have you by my side. So I'm going to do the flavor text, of course. What do we know about the Dark Heart? The Dark Heart began as a relic hidden away in the Forbidden Reach. We believe it was similar to the Dragon Soul, perhaps a prototype rejected by Deathwing. Iridikron stole this relic and travelled to the far past alongside the infinite Dragonflight, to a time when the world was ruled by primal dragons and the aspects were not even yet the aspects. He then infused the relic with the power of Galakrond, a powerful primal dragon who nearly devoured the entire world. Genuinely, he was, like, genuinely that big. And so the Dark Heart was created, but Iridikron did not keep the relic for himself. Instead, he gave it to an ally, a figure we know only by name, the Harbinger. Oh, play scene from Dawn of the Infinite. Can you remind me how Iridikron empowered the Dark Heart? Oh, that's kind of fun. Let's watch that. Let's get a recap.
We did it!
This is when you go in the dungeon and you defeat the dragon.
Cured!
This isn't an in-game cutscene.
Little one,
This is a pre-rendered
have
one.
you ever questioned why the Titans preserve this timeline?
That's
The
Iridikron.
Titans safeguard our world from monsters like you!
Your
That's the
faith
Dark Heart.
means nothing to them. As you burn in the flames of my brother's wrath, they will not come. All they wanted was our world. With this, the Harbinger will pry it from their grasp. And when the Titans come to reclaim their prize, I will be waiting.
Then he disappeared.
We will defend...
What else do we have? I want to hear more about the Harbinger. Unfortunately, there is not much I can tell you about them. We know they are allied with Iridikron and that they possess a Dark Heart. And so we can assume they are a powerful individual with a dangerous agenda. That is why I've asked you and Illyria to investigate. Who is the Harbinger and what do they mean to do with the Dark Heart? Questions I hope that we can answer before something terrible occurs, so that we can stop it. And you mentioned a Radiant Song? We've heard reports from across Azeroth of individuals seeing a vision filled with light and benevolence. However, that's all we know. Whatever the Radiant Song means to tell us, we still do not know. Jaina has agreed to further investigate the matter. If she uncovers anything, I will be sure to let you know. That was Laura Bailey, who disappeared at the beginning of the first cutscene. Right. We know Iridacron gave the Dark Heart to the Harbinger, but what the Dark Heart is, what the Harbinger plans to do with it, those are mysteries still. And the Radiant Song, its timing is no coincidence. This matter can no longer wait. That is why I've asked you and Illyria to investigate. Let's go, dude.
Happy to help.
Hi, Illyria. If this investigation involves the Void, it would be wise to consult the Void Elves. We must head to Telogris Rift and report the situation. I'll speak with Umbric. He'll be able to mobilize the Rift Walkers to our cause. Follow Illyria.
I'll open a rift for us. Follow me.
Oh, let's roll. Okay, so didn't just plummet to a death. That's nice to know.
Head through when you're ready.
Use the Void Rift to enter Telogris Rift. Let's go, dude. You can actually play as Void Elves and you actually, like, start here. Oh, it's so purple. It's so on brand.
Have the Rendorai noticed any void disturbances lately?
We have. The Riftwalkers just returned from their investigations.
Interesting. Yeah, it's like this place is just in the middle of space. It's great. Literally in the void. The twisting nether, as some people call it.
What news?
We'll need to hear the Riftwalkers' reports before starting our own investigation. Perhaps there will be something that tells us where to begin.
Farewell.
All paths are possible.
Tell me more about yourself. Do we want to go into Umbric's backstory? The Rendorai stand ready to protect Azeroth against the shadows. I was once a Magister of Kel'Thalas. However, I and many others were exiled from our homeland when we refused to stop our study of the Void. Our research eventually led us to take on the forms we have now, and so we chose to call ourselves Rendorai, Void Elves, and made a home within Telogris Rift. I both represent and help guide the Rendorai alongside Illyria. Yeah, so basically they are ex-Blood Elves that studied the Void, and Blood Elves are more human skin colored. All the human skin colors that you can have. But after tampering with the Void, some of them went a bit blue. A little bit blue. And they got some sick-ass haircuts in the meantime, which was nice.
Shadows watch over you.
The Riftwalkers are tasked with investigating all Void activity that appears on Azeroth, a most vital duty, given how dangerous this dark force can be, and I speak from experience. Many of them were sent out on assignment to investigate recent fluctuations. I've been told they just arrived back, but I've yet to hear their reports. Would you check in on them while I speak with Illyria? So gather reports.
The light is not the only path.
And Telogris Rift has always been extremely sensitive to cosmic shifts. It makes for a rather precarious homestead, but the Void Elves have few options available to us. The recent influx in Void energies has resulted in unstable rifts opening sporadically, and with so many investigating Azeroth, I'm having trouble finding Rift Walkers to deal with them. Could you close any unstable Void rifts you find along your path?
Be open to
Absolutely.
possibilities.
There's something else. A vision
Oh,
is being seen
hello.
all across Azeroth. They call it the Radiant Song.
Interesting. I'll report this to Locust Walker. But for now, let us speak of your investigation.
Whee! I love that there's no animation to that. I'm sorry.
I greet you.
Boreas? Boreas? Who is this imposter? Get out of here. Oof, that hurt. Embracing entropy. Pull a shadow tether away from the unstable void rift to collapse it. Here we go. Oh no, that's taking me over there, I think. Riftwalker Delin.
Walk your own path.
I just returned from the Dragon Isles. What news do you have to report?
There was a strange increase in void activity within Aberrus. We are still unsure what caused the surge. All quiet now, though.
Spoiler alert. That was us, kind of. Went into the raid, and this guy opened up a void rift, and kind of went a bit psycho, bless him. We ended up... I think we killed him. Maybe not, actually. Got another unstable void rift here. Let's close that. Another rift walker. Soren.
Everything.
I was asked to investigate Kalimdor.
I investigated void incursions along the southern coast. But any sign of battle had long passed when I arrived. Seems like a dead end.
Cool. Another rift. Let's close that. Riftwalker Orlis. I was following up on readings from the Eastern Kingdoms.
Not much to report, I'm afraid. I sensed activity to the north of the continent, but the trail went cold near Zulaman.
The trail went cold near Zulaman. That's Zulaman. The trail went cold here. That's interesting. I don't know of any void activity that's taking place in this area. There used to be an old god, or a minion of an old god, buried... Is it over here, in this river? But that's not near Zulaman. Was there... What was the Blood Elf heritage quest? I know we did stuff around Deathholm. I don't know if that was void related. Maybe it was. I can't remember it. Might have to go back through that again to see what the deal is. We've got another rift. Otherwise, I've got no idea.
Riftwalker Nilara has yet to return from Northrend. Troubling.
Oh.
We embrace power. We do not fear it.
Thank you for gathering reports. Unfortunately, the Riftwalker from Northrend has yet to return. She was investigating void activity in Galakron's Rest. I don't know if you saw him in the cutscene with Iridikron and the Dark Heart, but Galakron's dead body was there. Not the first dragon that we see on the floor, it's like a skeleton that's been there millennia. Given that location's connection to the Dark Heart, I suggest you search for her.
Do not bend to the whispers.
Five rifts closed, there we go.
With an open mind.
Excellent work. Those unstable void rifts threaten more than just our reality. If left unchecked, they would spread rampantly like little cosmic prions. No reality, no possibility, no truth that could possibly be would be safe from them. Which is all to say, you did us quite the favor by closing them.
Maintain
Yeah?
focus and control.
Galakron's Rest, where the Dark Heart was first empowered by Iridikron. We don't know what power the relic holds, but we do know that the Harbinger now wields it. And now one of our Riftwalkers is missing, right where it all began. I don't believe this is a coincidence, Bohreum. Let's travel to Northrend and search the area.
The Riftwalker's absence. Could it be connected to the Dark Heart?
There's Galakron, by the way.
Use every weapon at your disposal.
We know much about how the Dark Heart was created, but not so much what it actually is.
The shadows can be...
Time to find our Riftwalker, and, if we're lucky, discover a clue about the Dark Heart and this Harbinger who wields it.
Keep your gaze fixed on your target.
I don't often work with the Riftwalkers. I prefer to handle missions alone. Still, I will not abandon one of them. I cannot yet sense the Riftwalker's presence. Our best path forward is to retrace their steps, which means following the shadows. Uncover the void presence at Galakron's Rest.
Do what we must for those we love. This is where Iridikron empowered the Dark Heart. But that was millennia ago.
Oh, yeah, literally millennia.
Why would there be void activity here? Why now?
I was kind of, sort of exaggerating, but it is actually millennia.
Tracks. They might belong to our Riftwalker. Let's follow them.
Where are they? I'm just going down here. Make it easy for me. Whee!
Galakron was consumed by a never-ending hunger. And that same hunger was used to empower the Dark Heart.
It seemed like Galakron was infused with death magic. And death and void do both hunger. That's the problem with Galakron. Galakron was such a massive ass dragon. You can see his skeleton here. It's even bigger than what this shows. Galakron, I believe, had death magic in him. Maybe void as well. Or maybe one of the other. But the reason why they had to put a stop to him, the aspects, the dragons, was because he was so constantly hungry. He literally was devouring the world to no end. So, you want to know how they killed him? They stuck a big rock in his mouth and he starved to death.
The Riftwalkers reported fluctuations in void energy.
Not strong enough to crunch it, apparently. So Galactus Dragon got stopped by a gag ball, basically, yeah.
Could the Dark Heart be absorbing magical power and converting it to shadow?
Oh, interesting. So it could be taking death magic and converting it to shadow. Interesting. Suppose they are sort of in the same ballpark. It wouldn't take that much to convert, I guess. Galactic problems need simple solutions. True.
Wait, I sense something. Is it Ulduar? I'll scout ahead. Meet me there.
Okay. So we're off to Ulduar. Which, I think I mentioned this in the Northrend Racing video, or the stream that we did. We've had the next 3 expansions announced for us at the last BlizzCon. The next one, The War Within, is coming out in a few months, 4 or 5 months maybe. The one after that is Midnight, which the Void and Midnight are very synonymous with each other in this game. Void, shadow, dark magic, all that kind of stuff. It's all related. So we'll see a lot of kicking off there. But the Last Titan is the final expansion that we had announced, and it is said that this whole continent is getting a revamp during that expansion, or for that expansion rather. And Ulduar is a pretty big place in terms of story and size. I guess it's pretty massive. So I'm curious how this sort of plays into the story going forward.
Well, we're on the right track. The
That's a lot
shadows
of
have
Void.
taken her. Defend yourself.
We now know why the Riftwalker didn't report back. She's turned against us and serves only the Void now. Though I wouldn't be surprised if the Harbinger had a hand in this. What are these Void spawn doing here? Could it be the...
Taken her. Defend yourself.
What are these Void spawn doing here? Could it be the Harbinger's doing? Some power of the Dark Heart? Well, I do not mean to stand idly by. We must confront the Riftwalker. I don't think she will see reason now, but perhaps she can tell us something.
Aim. So shadows have taken her. Defend yourself.
So you finally arrived, my honored guests.
That voice. Shadows have taken her. Defend yourself.
Yeah, you think? You seek my dark heart. Very well. Come take it. Oh, we got ethereals? We got cosmic ooze. I want to look at the cosmic ooze. Is this going to damage me if I walk into it? Probably. Oh no, actually. Fun. We've got a big lock on Ulduar, which is interesting. A very sort of snake-like pattern as well, which we've just dealt with in Oribos and Shadowlands. That's interesting.
Greetings.
It's my charge to teach the Rendo... Oh, where are you going? Where are you going?
It is
Come
a
back.
good day for a hunt.
It's my charge to teach the Rendori to withstand the Void's whispers. If only I had gotten to the Riftwalker before the Harbinger did. Nilara. Her name was Nilara, wasn't it?
The shadows can be an ally, if controlled.
Make no mistake, Bohreum, I know this is a trap, but if there's any chance this leads us to the Harbinger, we must take that risk. Be at the ready, we venture forth. Travel to the Triad's Conservatory in Azeroth. Oh, interesting. This is famously, in fact, this area of the Azeroth, previously called Makari, but Makari was based on the name of a Blizzard employee who was no good. So they've changed the name to Azeroth now, which sounds better anyway. Makari's a dumbass name. Also an awful person. So anyway, let's...
This is Azeroth.
This is Azeroth. I mean, we could watch the cutscene, I guess, if it gives us the option. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But Illyria here absorbs the power of a dark Naru, which is interesting, which sort of gives us super void powers. Azeroth. I never thought I would return here, not after the Legion was finally defeated, not after absorbing the power, I'm assuming. Why would the Harbinger bring us here?
Do what we must
These apparitions before us, I believe they're memories. My memories. Is this the Harbinger's doing, or mine? Witness Alaria's memories in Azeroth.
Why show me
Hey,
these
Argaming.
memories?
How's it going?
What is
Hope you're
the
doing well.
Harbinger's plan?
What are we doing here? Why are we just killing things? Memories confronted. So demons, because Illyria and Tyrallion. Illyria and Tyrallion did the whole 1,000-year war on Outland or in the Twisting Nether. There was a whole thing. Time moves differently in the Twisting Nether, so they didn't die of old age, which I guess is fine. But yeah, they fought for like 1,000 years against demons. And also Zera almost killed Illyria, I believe, because she dabbled with void powers.
This
Memories.
is the last time I saw my son as a boy. My Arator. I was so thankful for that day. Zera helped me to reach out to him. Yet the light's power wasn't enough to defeat the Legion.
You're new. You're underrated, I believe. Oh, thanks, man. Hope you're doing well. You're new in here? On my channel? Or you're new to YouTube? You doing the whole thing yourself? I'm assuming with our gaming as your name, you're dabbling. Hope it's going well for you, buddy. I don't know what I'm killing here. Amani Shadow Speaker. Oh, did they? Ilaria helped Kel'Thalas in the Troll Wars many years ago, which where I showed off Suleiman earlier. This is like a major troll empire, even though it's tiny on the map, right? I think it should be bigger in-game, basically. But they tried to attack Kel'Thalas, and Illyria was from there, right? She helped defend it. Did a pretty good job. Did a pretty good job. So what's this one? Who are these people? Oh! Oh, it's the Windrunner siblings. So Illyria is sister to Verisa, who hasn't had a lot of limelight. And also they had a brother, Lirath, who died many years ago now. But also Sylvanas is there. She is sister to Sylvanas Windrunner, shockingly. Who, if you know anything about World of Warcraft, people are fairly familiar with Sylvanas, whether that's for good reasons or not. Let's see what's happening.
Rejecting the role of Ranger General was not an easy choice. For me or my family. Yet leaving them behind, I failed to protect them. Or at least, to die with them.
I'm assuming that's referencing the Scourge attack on Kel'Thalas. Fist of Doomhammer. I'm assuming memory of the Second War, so they fought the Orcs. I'm assuming that was for Lordaeron, maybe, or even Stormwind. I don't know. That part of history is stricken from me. And this is Laura. This is the Naru that she absorbed for the Void powers.
embracing the void. I don't regret that choice.
Oh, that's the form that she took when she absorbed it.
My world, my son, to protect them. And leaving the army of the light was just the same.
It is a good day for a hunt.
Suddenly, this all feels rather personal. The Harbinger must have a grievance against me, or at least an interest.
Keep your gaze fixed on your target.
We're finding the Harbinger and leaving this place now.
The shadows can be an ally if controlled.
I sense another memory ahead. While I'm loath to play along with the Harbinger's game, it's the only path forward for us. Still, we have faced just as many dangerous memories as peaceful ones. Prepare yourself. Investigate the final memory at Triad's Conservatory in Eridath.
This is a hunt, and our prey awaits with hungry jaws.
Let's roll. Let's go. A lot of orange names here. There's a lot of Horde people. Surprising.
I'd rather have died than have you fall to evil.
Oh, it's Terralion, her husband.
I know. And yet my fate has not changed.
Oh, your greatest regret. Let's bring it to life, shall we?
No! This isn't what happened!
You have forsworn the light, Illyria, and so you are my enemy.
We must follow him!
Yeah, Light and Void don't mix very well. And Illyria embracing the powers of the Void is interesting because Terralion, her husband, is a paladin of the light and High Exarch of the Army of Light, and now King of Stormwind, currently acting King of Stormwind, the Alliance capital, human capital. So yeah, Light and Void, if they touch, a massive explosion will happen. But thankfully they had a kid before she fully embraced the Void, so no explosions. Well, what? Anyway, they had a kid, Arator, who... Zera had a whole prophecy about the Child of Light and Shadow. That turned out to be Illidan. But we have one very big Child of Light and Shadow. Arator. And the new short stories come out, and it features Illyria and Arator having a little chat, I believe.
Choose yours.
So you can go read that. I forget what it's called, but it's out on the WoW website now. I think it's a collection of short stories they're releasing as a book. But that story is on the WoW website as a PDF, I believe. The Harbinger dares to use my people, my memories, my love against me? Then she will know what it means to be my enemy.
Farewell.
No, not the Rendorai, not Telogros Rift, not today. Illyria tightens her grip on a bow. These ethereal forces are the same we encountered in Ulduar. The Harbinger must command them. I'll go ahead, engage the enemies here. Defend the rift. Alright. Ooh, hello. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. I'm a big fan of the Void Elves, actually. Like the friendly ones that you can play as. Unfortunately, I don't like... My hunter is a Void Elf. But I'm not massively keen on the animations of Void Elves and Blood Elves. They fixed the belt buckles on male Blood Elves and Void Elves, so it isn't just static now. It does sort of bounce around with your body, which is nice. I don't know. The female Blood Elves, their animations are a bit cooked. And two-handed weapons are still, to this day, tiny on them. I just don't like the running animation either. Something about that, it puts me off. Male. Belves. They're okay. I'm not super keen on their running animation, but I just try not to think about it that much. I wish, now they're standardizing a lot of animations between races for class-specific moves. I'd really like... This is going to sound crazy. Going back to the days of... Remember when they announced the dance... Oh, what was the dance feature called? For Wrath of the Lich King? Like, the theory was you could choose your own dance animation for your character. That was the plan, but they scrapped it entirely. I'd kind of wish the barbershop would get an update where you can like pick your favorite running animation, and it didn't matter what race you were playing. So you could have like the Kultiran running animation on a night elf. I think that would be kind of sick. If that's able to be done. Because then I'd probably play a lot of other races. If I could choose the animations that they did, like the way they ran, I think that would actually make me play a lot more other races. I might actually go back to human as well. For a character or two. I really hate the human male running animation. So, where am I handing this quest in? Am I meant to do anything here, or am I just meant to walk through? Because we've got a previous wielder of xal'atath here. Which, the Harbinger is xal'atath, spoiler alert. xal'atath was a priest... Oh, we've aggroed her. xal'atath was that dagger that she's holding. And it was an entity locked in that blade. And the player character priests use that as a weapon in the Legion expansion. Time goes by, things happen. She escapes from the blade, basically. And possesses the body of a elf. So that's who she is now. She's an entity inside some poor elf's body. As she's causing havoc. And is the antagonist of the X-Pack. So we've got Modgood, who was a previous wielder, who lived in Grimbatol with the Grimbatol dwarves, whichever clan it was. Not Dark Iron, not Wildhammer. What's the other one? I forget. Or was it Wildhammer dwarves that lived over there that got corrupted and stuff? Maybe. Anyway, she had the dagger. Bad things happened. Cult of Twilight cultists got into Grimbatol, caused havoc. There's a whole story there. Natalie Celine here is also a previous wielder, and I believe is the last wielder of the dagger. So we're getting weird memories of people that have held the dagger. I wonder if you come here as a priest, there's like a vision of you. That'd be kind of interesting. I didn't read what she said. We must defeat that loathsome apparition of Turalyon. The abomination's presence is intolerable. If left unchecked, it may destroy what remains of Telogros Rift. I will end it with my own hands. Defeat the corrupted memory of Turalyon in Telogros Rift. Let's get him. Let's get him. Let's get him. Come on. Let's do it. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. Whoops. I've like done nothing. Played a lot of WoW. I've still got my things to open. I've got a load of bootleg. Oh, let's attack him.
This is what you chose over the light? Over your
A
family?
void paladin. Image of a void paladin. That's interesting. I'd love to see... I really hope this happens, but I want to see...
Has the void not given you the strength?
I want to see Kultiran paladins. Oh, Locust Walker's here.
Valeria, I see your weak heart. You cling to them still.
Begone from this place, xal'atath.
Very well. I'll not overstay my welcome.
Okay. What was I saying? Where was I in that whole
Try
plot?
not to waste my time.
I have much to discuss with you both about xal'atath, now named Harbinger, and about this radiant song heard all across Azeroth.
Flesh is fickle.
I'd love to see Kultiran paladins. They need to happen, because we had a whole questline in Dragonflight where we remake Tearsguard, and one of them's a Kultiran. Let's do it. I want to see Night Elf paladins. They might be small in number, but they exist also. And I want to see Void Elf paladins, but I want to see Void Elf paladins if... I kind of hope all paladins get this customization, because I think just a Void paladin would be interesting in concept, like Warlock's Green Fire questline. I want to see Void Elves have Void paladin abilities, please. Thank you. That'd be nice.
Greetings.
Acquire the appearance of Illyria's bow. I don't really... I mean, I've got a hunter, but I play survival. That's fine, though. There was once a time when I wouldn't have hesitated, when I would have struck that apparition down with a clear heart, even if it wore the face of my beloved. But something changed. I changed. Go. Speak with Locust Walker. It seems he knows more than we do.
Keep your gaze fixed on your target.
Interesting. So we've got some weapons. They're kind of fun. Ah. No, they're very fun. We can maybe use them in some sort of transmog, maybe.
Will the void swallow you?
So she goes by Harbinger now, does she? How fitting. I no longer feel her presence, but make no mistake, xal'atath's nefarious games continue, and Illyria is now a pawn upon her board, as are you, champion of fate. Deliver Locust Walker's warning to Khadgar and Dalaran.
Embrace the void, lest it consume. So it is xal'atath who has claimed the Dark Heart. I understand now why she calls herself the Harbinger.
I've had enough riddles for one day.
The radiant visions you spoke of are the very same my people had, before our world was consumed by the Void Lord Dimensius.
What? You don't think... Could xal'atath be seeking that same fate for Azeroth?
I fear that is precisely
Maybe.
what she intends. You must find a way to stop her.
Me? Look, she knew exactly how to hurt me. I don't think I'm the one to...
Yes, she knew your greatest fear is endangering your family. But you must let go of that fear. Embrace who you truly are.
I know who I am.
Do you? You are unbalanced. You must master your unique nature, Alleria. If you cannot, then Azeroth is already doomed.
Interesting.
It's best if I leave. I'm a danger to you all, so long as xal'atath's gaze is cast upon me.
Okay,
Tell
bye.
Khadgar what we learned. I will return to Dalaran in time.
So we don't have the Dark Heart. So is she gonna get the Dark Heart? Because we know Illyria's got a completely new look in the War Within. And we also know some things that happen to Dalaran in particular in the War Within.
Deep into the shadows.
So does Illyria cause Dalaran to crash? I think it might be that way. I think she may. And that's going to be very sad. My first and most troublesome student. Perhaps one day Illyria will see reason. Let us just hope it's not too late by then. Why have you chosen to teach the Vendorai about the Void? Your question is not without merit. Long ago, I chose to teach Illyria about the ways of the Void, but she had proven herself worthy of such lessons with my rescue from the Legion. Perhaps I merely wish to sate my own curiosity, and Telogris Rift and the Vendorai are both quite the curiosities, aren't they? There?
Do go.
Alright, let's go let Khadgar know. Is it going to be a teleport over here, or am I going to have to do Hearthstone? It'd be a lot quicker to Hearthstone. Can I? Oh, I can get back. So good. Just nothingness. Oh, it looks like there might be a portal for me. Rift to Dalaran here. So this has slightly changed. I think this is additional. So this is pretty much like the Void Elves. You start here and like this is pretty much all that you get. I think you can travel to one of these maybe. So we can set our Hearthstone here then.
Have opened to us.
Do I want to do that? Am I going to be able to come back? There's nothing here, so it provides no benefit for me to do, but it is a very cool place. I won't set it there. Back to Dalaran. Let's complete this quest. Let's get out of here. I need to check the toy as well, the Draenic hologram. Only Draenei and Lightforged Draenei characters can use this item. Oof, baboof. That's understandable, actually. I kind of wish it had put it in the tooltip, though. Hello, Khadgar.
No word from Magni.
No, the speaker of
Oh.
Azeroth remains strangely silent.
I was hoping to see you.
The Dark Heart and the Harbinger. I fear dark times are ahead of us. The storm never seems to end, Bohreum. At the very least, I'm glad to have you by my side. I feel like I read that earlier.
You are always appreciated.
The Harbinger is xal'atath, and she's already attacked the Telogris Rift. This is most serious, Bohreum. I'm afraid we have no more time for investigations. If Locust Walker is right, the answer will lie within the Radiant Song. We must discover what it means.
Take care, my xal'atath has returned as the Harbinger. I know she has the power of the Dark Heart at her disposal.
It's all connected to the Radiant Song. It has to be.
Locust Walker said the Ethereals heard a similar song before Koresh was destroyed.
Then is Azeroth herself the one in danger? Is she speaking to us?
We need answers. We need her speaker.
I will seek out Magni. But first, I must inform Thrall of what we learned here. We must face this crisis together. Horde and Alliance both.
It's nice that Jaina's sort of changed her tune from... Was it Mop when she went on a big old genocide? It seems your investigation bore more fruit than mine did. I've been questioning those who claim to see the Radiant Vision, trying to understand what it could all mean. But there seemed to be no connection between those who were seeing it, nor did anyone understand what it meant. Could Locust Walker be right? Is it a warning from Azeroth herself? We need the World Soul's speaker. I must speak with Magni.
A single spark can set the world aflame.
Ooh. We've got more dialogue options. Jaina and I have much to discuss about your investigation. You are free to join us if you wish. Can you tell me more? We now know that the Harbinger is xal'atath, a being of the void. Her spirit was once trapped within a dagger, but she was recently released onto Azeroth, and it seems she means to make the most of her freedom. xal'atath has allied herself with Iridikron and gained a powerful relic, the Dark Heart. There's now strong evidence that she is using this relic, but we know not to what ends. She has also gained a force of Voidspawn. She used this force to attack the Telogris Rift, which you and Illyria luckily defended against. However, we still do not know exactly what the Dark Heart is capable of, and now, with what we know of the Radiant Song, I fear for the worst. Locust Walker gave us a warning about the Radiant Song. Locust Walker claims that his people, the Ethereals, once had a vision similar to the Radiant Song that many across Azeroth are currently witnessing. However, this vision came shortly before their world was destroyed by the Void Lord Dimensius. Does that mean the Radiant Song is a warning of imminent destruction? Perhaps a warning from the very world soul of Azeroth? I cannot help but fear it has something to do with xal'atath and her Dark Heart. We need the wisdom of Azeroth's speaker, but Magni has yet to answer our calls. Jaina has agreed to seek him. I'm assuming that's meant to be. Has agreed to seek him out. Once she has spoken with Thrall, I wouldn't be surprised if she eventually requested your help on the manor, Bohreum. Wonder if that's part of the pre-patch then. Or maybe we get another quest in the near future? Tell me about something else. Stay a while and listen.
xal'atath has returned as the Harbinger. I know she has the power of the Dark Heart at her disposal.
It's all connected to the Radiant Song. It has to be.
Locust Walker said
we've listened to this. Okay.
Song before Koresh was destroyed.
Then is Azeroth herself the one in danger? Is she speaking to us?
We need answers. We need her speaker.
I will seek out Magni. But first, I must inform Thrall of what we learned here. We must face this crisis together. Horde and Alliance both.
Yep. Alright, so nothing more to add. I don't think there's anything to worry about. What is that big bell portal in there? Should I be worried about that? Can I get back to Telogris Rift? Oh, I can. That's nice. That's interesting. I'm sure good stuff's happening in there. Right, so what did we get? We got Winding Slitherdrake Void Scales. I have seen these. They look very nice. We need to get to a rostrum. I'll show off the dragon skin and then I'll call it for today. Been a while. Right, so Winding Slither Drake. We've got a couple of things here. They're the Void Scales. Oh my god, you can still have the white hair with the Void Scales. That's interesting. Oh, you can have Void horns and stuff, though. That's interesting. You can change the hair color. Oh, there's a Void hair color as well. Ah, okay. That kind of looks sick, though. Oh, and there's like void eye colors. Are they not the same as the infinite ones? Or do they just not work? They're just the same as the infinite ones. But I feel like they're either bugged or... I don't know, that just seems a bit weird. I don't use the Winding Slither Drake that much, actually. I'm not a big fan of it. But I cannot deny that... Let's do one thing first. Change it to daytime. I cannot deny that that looks sick. Big fan of that. Maybe I'll try and use it a bit more. Not like super opposed to the idea. I just it's a clunky big mount. Good though. Looks very pretty. So yeah, that's what you get. And the weapons from... Do we see what other weapons that we got? Did we get an axe at all? I don't think we did. Did we get a mace? We got Void Touch Flail. We saw that one. Did we get any two-handed stuff? I don't believe so. That's kind of a shame, but not completely unexpected. I think we'll have probably got a staff or something that a Death Knight can't use, because there were a couple of IDs where it didn't give the name, and that's usually what that means. So we can try find those on another character at some point. But yeah, that's the whole Darkheart questline. I feel like it's either going to be the pre-patch when the next part comes out, or it's going to be, maybe we'll get a little snippet, an extra questline where we see Magni. That might come a bit earlier than the pre-patch. Who knows? I'd like to think so, actually, because I'm thinking we maybe have like 3 months until pre-patch. I don't know. Maybe we'll get like one very short little quest that it might even be the week before pre-patch happens. We'll see. But yeah, that's the story going forward, dealing with the Harbinger and the Void, which will be fun. Looking forward to it. And I hope you join me there. So I'm going to go. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a like, give the channel a subscribe. It helps out a tremendous amount, and I appreciate it very much. I do, genuinely. And let me know down below. Let me know what faction you play in World of Warcraft. Are you a Horde or are you Alliance? And how are you feeling with the story going forward? It seems fairly Alliance heavy. I don't know if people are cool with that. We've had a lot of Horde stuff recently, but it's not really painted the Horde in a good light. So I'm now curious that the focus has shifted to Alliance. Do Horde kind of feel a bit jaded about the whole thing? I can see why they would. But if you're an Alliance player, are you enjoying the story? I am. I think Dragonflight's been a bit weak in places, but it's set up quite a few nice little bits here and there. So that was infinitely better than Shadowlands. But I enjoyed Legion. I enjoyed Battle for Azeroth story-wise for a bit. It's just how N'Zoth sort of got dealt with that I didn't enjoy, and the whole Sylvanas thing. But for the most part, I enjoyed it. I thought Lordaeron was cool. I thought the whole battle was pretty sweet. We'll see how it turns out in the future. Like I say, hope you're playing, hope you're enjoying it. But yeah, I'll see you in the War Within, I guess. I'll see you well before that, let's not lie. I'm going to be playing Mists of Pandaria Remix next week, so I'll see you then, I guess. And YouTubers, I'll see you in the next video tomorrow. Hope you all have a lovely day. I'll see you around. Bye for now. Bye, 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 bye.